Hello guys, welcome back. This is day 20 of the 21 days challenge of blockchain fundamentals. So today is going to be the last day for all the questions. On day 21 I will be giving you something else. So today we have two topics. Topic number one is scam, red flags, everything that is fishy, that is BitConnect type-ish, homework on national crypto as well as the second subject. So without further ado, let's dive deeper into these topics. Homework on scams and red flags. Two questions. Question number one, let's go. Create your own red flag list for ICO investment. What would you consider a red flag? Well, I already have my list, of course. In the future, I'm going to be maybe not making a video in more details about this. Of course, it all depends on how things are going to evolve in the crypto space, because nowadays things are changing. There's still ICOs going on, but you also already have more airdrops being done. There are also initial mining offering being done. So a lot of things are happening. So depending on how the future is going to evolve, we will see if we need to get into this. But of course, I think this is something that you can always use, even if it's not ICO related. You can always use also if you just decide to invest in a project, right? So let me give you some of my red flags. Number one, of course, is the team. If I don't know who the team is, it's a very big red flag. It doesn't mean I will not invest, but it's also a very I just see it as a big red flag. Number two, yeah, on GitHub. So on the repository of GitHub, if there is no activity, that is for me one of the biggest red flag. Why? Because actually that is the place where the action is happening. That is the place where the developers are developing what the salespeople are selling, right? So if I'm looking under the hood of a car and I don't see any engine, are you going to buy it? Am I going to buy the car? I don't think so. So GitHub repository, very important. Number two, roadmap non-existent. So people come out with a project and they say, this is what we're going to do, but we don't actually see a plan. You don't see a roadmap. You don't see a course of action. It looks like a quick buck scheme type of ish project. So also important. Community, the community. If there is no activity on the community, there's also a red flag, because this indicates that one, people are maybe not interested, or people don't understand what is going on, or people just don't understand the project, or nobody's interested. So why would I be investing in something that nobody is interested in? So that should also be a red flag. It is at least on my list. And also this one, okay, the white paper makes no sense. Well, for this one, it's a red flag. But of course, I'm not going to sit here or stand here and pretend that every white paper I read I understand 100%. No, if I tell you that, I'm a red flag. No, white paper makes no sense. It's kind of a red flag, but it also, for me, it depends on your level of knowledge, right? Because I may read something and I don't understand what is in the white paper. You may read something and you directly understand, or vice versa. But overall, if a project aims aims to have like something called mass adoption, then they have to make sure that their white paper is as simple as possible, so that even the person with the least IQ as a matter of speaking should be able to read the white paper and also already understand what the project is about. But of course, if you still cannot understand the white paper, then that's where you have the community and the people of the project, the people who are involved in the project. So, and the last one, of course, but certainly not the least, the blockchain technology. Is there a need for it, yes or no? So this project, why do they need the blockchain? So if what they're planning to do can be done more efficiently without the blockchain, that should also be a red flag. Of course, everything depends on how you're looking at it, right? Because let me be honest, people are always saying, yeah, you have to invest in things that are there for the long run. We all know that 90 or 95% of the projects are not going to survive, but that doesn't mean that you cannot ride along the train, in the matter of speaking. But of course, you have to be smart, right? But don't try to be too smart, just try to be smart enough. Okay, question number 2. What action can you take when stumbling upon a red flag? Well, I think I just stated some of the actions that I might take when stumbling upon a red flag, so I don't need to go into more details on this question. So that brings us now to homework on national crypto. So here we have 3 questions. Question number 1, why is it important to governments to be able to control the supply of coins in their national currency? I wonder. Well, they want to have what we all know that they are always trying to have, and that is control, of course. But in the matter of currency or cryptocurrency, or let me just say in the matter of their national cryptocurrency, what they're trying to control is inflation, right? Because if there is a fixed cap, it is impossible to control inflation. Think about it. Bitcoin rules, 21 million, every 10 minutes Bitcoin is created. So everything there is organized. You cannot just come in and say, okay, today we're not going to have 21 million, we'll have 30 million. Impossible. So that doesn't work with governments. That's why I think in the future, a lot of governments are going to have their own national cryptocurrencies. That's where most of these fiat, as we call it, currencies are going to migrate to, and they'll do that because it's going to be more interesting for them. It's going to be it's going to be interesting in a way that they can control the inflation more efficiently without having to have a lot of cost and middlemen and things like that. But let me not go ahead of myself, because we still have 2 questions, and maybe some things I just said were the questions. So question number 2, why do you think many people in the cryptocurrency community don't like national currency? I also wonder. Even without looking at my notes, well, yeah, people don't just like the idea of being controlled in generally speaking, right? I, for one, I don't like the idea that I had to work hard for my money, and maybe the value of what I worked for can just, in a matter of seconds, go down or mean nothing. So people don't like that, and maybe if I take a closer look at my notes, well, according to what I just wrote, I just said, and in addition to what I wrote down, also one of the most important reasons why people don't like it is because, well, if the government can just print more money, in the matter of speaking, they are controlling inflation. So in the matter of speaking, or in another sense, they are stealing the value, or yes, they're stealing the value of your money. Because imagine I worked for something, right? And I have the money, that is the value. But because of inflation, the value of what I have is going down. So it means the effort that I spend into the exchange, my effort is gone, my time is gone, the energy is gone. But what I had in exchange can be, in a matter of speaking, be taken away from me without me having any say in it. And I think that is one of the biggest reasons why people in general don't really like the idea of government controlling their wealth. That is just what I think about it. So, but of course, yeah, in crypto, there is, let me just put in between brackets, no control. Look guys, there's always going to be control. You just have to be smart about what you do and how you do it. But if you think we're ever going to get into a world where you have 100% control over your assets or over your life or whatsoever, without any third party or government, I think that's a dream where I would like to see. But for me personally, I think there's always going to be control. But of course, there are loopholes, there are ways of being smart, there are ways of minimalizing the effects on our individual lives, and crypto is one of those ways. Question number 3. What are some of the risks with governments creating their own national cryptocurrency? Well, of course, when government will start to create their own cryptocurrency, it has its benefits and it has its cons. Of course, here it means it's going to be freedom for everybody. So it means anybody can create a cryptocurrency, and with anybody, let's specify that to any government. So you have governments that are you have dictatorship governments, you have bad guys governments, in a matter of speaking. So it means they can also create their own cryptocurrency. And what does that mean? It means they have more power. It means they can even steal more from their people or from their citizens, and that is also an issue. So it's very, very interesting to see how this national crypto issue is going to evolve. Yeah, so that was it for today. That was it for day 20. I hope you enjoyed the content. If there's anything you like to include, comment down below, interact, let me know your thoughts. If there's anything I said wrong, you're kindly welcome to correct me in the comments. That was it for day 20. I'll be seeing you tomorrow for the last video of this episode. Like and subscribe the video, become a crypto X hunter, and I will be seeing you very soon.